My dearest love, there is something of immense weight that I must confess, a truth that has pressed upon my soul and, in its quiet intensity, has been driving me absolutely to the brink of beautiful madness. You, my darling, possess a gift for being so exquisitely, so charmingly oblivious sometimes, and I swear, there are moments I genuinely don't know whether to burst into uncontrollable laughter at the sheer irony of it all, or to simply surrender to the urge to pull my hair out in utter, affectionate exasperation. For what feels like an eternity, I have been practically screaming my deepest feelings for you, not with shouted words, but through every whispered gesture, every tender action, every lingering glance that I pray holds just a fraction of the adoration I feel. It's in every contrived excuse I manage to invent, just to steal another precious moment in your orbit, another breath of the air you fill. Yet, with a bewildering grace that only you seem to possess, it all sails effortlessly, beautifully, right over your head. Perhaps, I admit, I have been too subtle, too careful with this fragile, vulnerable part of my heart. I have guarded it, fearing exposure, but sweetheart, the truth has grown too vast, too overwhelming to keep confined any longer. I simply cannot, will not, keep pretending that this profound, all-consuming emotion I harbor for you is merely the comfortable, uncomplicated realm of friendship. These feelings, you see, have not just surfaced overnight, they have been growing inside me, steadily, persistently, like wildflowers taking root in every hidden corner of my soul. They have intertwined themselves with the very threads of my being, blossoming in the most unexpected places. And I am utterly, truly tired of keeping them hidden, tired of allowing them to languish in the dim, perpetual shadows of almost said words and the endless realm of almost moments. The signs, my darling, have been scattered everywhere, like glittering constellations, if only you tilt your head just so, and truly open your exquisite eyes to perceive them. I light up, quite literally, like a Christmas tree every single time your presence graces a room. It's not merely a polite, social smile that forms on my lips, but this absolutely ridiculous, utterly uncontrollable grin that spreads across my face, before my logical mind can even begin to intervene. My chest feels as though a sudden, joyous warmth has ignited within it, a radiating glow that I'm certain must be visible to everyone but you. I find myself caught, time and again, staring at you when you're utterly unaware, my gaze lingering, almost reverently, as I commit every minute detail to memory. I watch the endearing way you tilt your head when deep in thought, a slight furrowing your brow that only deepens your charm. I observe the way your eyes crinkle at the corners, a genuine, unrestrained joy sparkling within them, when you laugh at something that truly amuses you. It's a sound that resonates within me, a melody that plays on repeat in the quiet corners of my mind. I've even started, quite unconsciously at first, gravitating towards wearing your favorite colors more often. It's a quiet, almost ritualistic gesture, born from a silent hope that you might notice, that you might somehow intuitively grasp the significance, that you might see that I pay attention, deeply and meticulously, to every little detail you casually mention. When you're speaking, I don't just politely listen, I hang on every single word as if it were the most exquisite poetry, as if you're revealing the profound secrets of the universe, just for me. Each pause, each inflection, each carefully chosen phrase is absorbed, analyzed, treasured. I find myself making the most flimsy, transparent excuses just to brush against you, to feel the brief, electric touch of your skin. It could be brushing an imaginary speck of lint off your shoulder, or reaching for the very same book on the shelf you're reaching for, my hand hovering, letting it linger just a second too long as I pass you something. These fleeting touches are my silent pleas, my desperate attempts to bridge the unspoken chasm between us. I've even, somewhat obsessively, memorized your schedule. And before you assume the worst, it's not in any creepy, intrusive way, I promise you. It's simply because I yearn to maximize every possible moment, every serendipitous opportunity where our paths might delightfully cross. I find myself anticipating your needs with an almost supernatural intuition. I bring you your favorite coffee without you ever having to utter a single request, a silent offering of my devotion. I remember conversations we had weeks, even months, ago, details so minute that you've long forgotten them. And somehow, in a way that truly feels like magic, I always seem to have exactly what you need, before you even realize you need it yourself. It's a silent dialogue, a subtle language of care that I've been speaking to you, hoping, praying, that you would one day understand its true meaning. My closest friends, those astute observers of my world, have begun to tease me mercilessly. They say I become a completely different person when you are near, or when your name is even whispered in conversation. They describe me as softer, funnier, more vibrantly alive. They claim I practically glow when your name enters the air, a visible aura of happiness emanating from me. And honestly, with a knowing sigh, I must concede, they are not wrong. Their observations are painfully, wonderfully accurate. Do you remember that very first time we met? I recall it with such vivid clarity, a moment etched into the very fabric of my memory. I was so incredibly nervous, my heart thrumming a frantic rhythm against my ribs, convinced that I could barely string two coherent sentences together. You, with your confident smile that seemed to light up the whole room, and the effortless way you commanded attention without even trying, you felt impossibly, wonderfully, entirely out of my league. My initial, admittedly superficial, thought was that you might be one of those people who are breathtakingly beautiful on the outside, a dazzling facade, but perhaps cold, or even distant, on the inside. But God, how profoundly, gloriously wrong I was about you. The very moment you started talking, truly talking, not just polite pleasantries but engaging, passionate discourse, I realized, with a stunning clarity, that I was looking at someone truly extraordinary. You possess this incredible, almost ethereal way of making everyone around you feel deeply seen, profoundly heard, and utterly valued. It's as if their thoughts and feelings, no matter how small or insignificant they might seem, genuinely matter to you, resonating with your own expansive empathy. What completely, irrevocably undid me was watching how you navigate difficult situations, how you handle moments of tension or conflict with such an inherent grace and an almost ancient wisdom. You never, not once, lose your temper. You never resort to making anyone feel small or foolish or stupid, even when, in all honesty, they might very well deserve it. You embody this perfect, breathtaking balance of strength and gentleness, a rare combination that I have genuinely never witnessed in anyone else. You are firm, unequivocally so, when the situation demands it, standing tall and unwavering for what is right, for what you believe in. Yet, you never ever allow that immense strength to curdle into cruelty or unkindness. The exquisite way you treat people, everyone, from your closest, most cherished friends to complete strangers you've just encountered, with such genuine kindness and unwavering respect, it's like watching someone effortlessly live out all the values I wish I was better at embodying, a living testament to human goodness. I love how passionately you get about the things that truly matter to you, the causes that ignite a fire within your spirit. Your whole face transforms, lighting up with an incandescent zeal, when you're talking about something you care deeply about, your eyes sparkling with conviction. I love your laugh, not just the polite, restrained one you might offer in social situations, but the real one, the one that bubbles up from somewhere deep inside you, pure and unadulterated, and resonates through the air, making everyone else around you want to laugh too, a contagion of pure joy. I love how deeply thoughtful you are, how you effortlessly remember the most minute, seemingly insignificant details about people's lives, and how you consistently check in on them, offering comfort and support when they're navigating difficult times. You possess this truly amazing gift of making people feel intrinsically special and profoundly important, and I don't think you even begin to realize the immense, beautiful impact you have on the lives you touch. You've transcended the bounds of mere affection. You've become so much more than just someone I have burgeoning feelings for. You've become someone I genuinely look up to, someone I admire with every fiber of my being. Watching you navigate the intricate tapestry of life with such unwavering integrity and boundless compassion has inspired me, profoundly and irrevocably, to want to be better, to try harder, to love more freely and unconditionally. You've shown me, through your very existence, what it truly looks like to live a life imbued with both formidable strength and tender kindness, to achieve success without ever needing to step on others, to lead with both your sharp intellect and your expansive heart. I find myself, in moments of difficult decisions or moral quandaries, instinctively asking, what would they do? Because I've come to trust your judgment, your unwavering character, and your profound moral compass so completely, so implicitly, that it has become a guiding light in my own life. But here, my love, is what has been eating at me, what has been relentlessly consuming my thoughts, keeping me restlessly awake through the long, silent nights, and making me second-guess every single precious interaction we share. I am absolutely, terrifyingly, paralyzingly terrified that if I finally, bravely, tell you how I truly feel, everything between us will irrevocably change. What we have right now, this beautiful, tender, deeply cherished friendship, feels like coming home. It is a sanctuary, a comfortable harbor in the unpredictable seas of life, and I simply cannot, in any universe, bear the thought of losing it, of shattering this delicate bond that means so much to me. I have been dropping hints, you see, like breadcrumbs along a winding path, each one a silent plea, a desperate hope that you might pick up on them, that you might offer me some small sign, some delicate indication that maybe, just maybe, you feel even a fraction of what I feel for you. Every time you smile at me, a little longer than usual, holding my gaze for an extra beat, my heart does this stupid, hopeful little dance, a flutter of anticipation that defies all logic. Every time you seek me out in a crowded, bustling room, your eyes finding mine across the expanse, a thrill shoots through me. Every time you remember something I mentioned in passing, a detail I thought was utterly insignificant, my hope ignites anew, a tiny, fragile flame in the darkness. But the silence, the profound absence of reciprocated acknowledgement, is absolutely killing me, sweetheart. Not knowing where I stand, not knowing if these fleeting moments that feel so incredibly significant, so deeply resonant to me, are merely ordinary gestures of friendship to you, it's like being suspended in an agonizing limbo. I am caught, perpetually, between the exhilarating precipice of boundless hope and the crushing chasm of impending heartbreak. So here I am, finally, gathering every last shred of courage, finding the strength to put these overwhelming feelings into coherent words, to lay my heart bare before you, fragile and exposed, and hope, with every fiber of my being, that you will be gentle with it. This is not some passing crush, a fleeting infatuation born of novelty or superficiality. Oh no, this is something that has grown slowly, steadily, organically, rooted deeply in genuine admiration and profound respect. It is the kind of deep, abiding affection that only comes from truly, intimately knowing someone, from witnessing their soul in all its multifaceted glory. Last night was one of those interminable, restless nights where sleep felt like an utterly impossible luxury, an elusive dream. No matter how utterly exhausted my body was, I kept tossing and turning, my mind racing with thoughts of you, an endless reel of your image, your voice, your laugh. My heart felt like it was too full, too expansive for my chest to possibly contain its tumultuous beat. I found myself staring blankly at the ceiling in the oppressive darkness, realizing, with a sudden, startling clarity, that what was truly keeping me awake wasn't anxiety or stress, but this overwhelming, yearning longing for you. It seemed to intensify, to grow more potent, when the world outside fell quiet and all my usual defenses, my carefully constructed walls, were finally down. I began to imagine, in exquisite detail, what it would truly feel like to have you here with me, not just as a cherished friend, but as something infinitely more profound. What would it be like to fall asleep next to you, to feel the comforting warmth of your presence beside me? What unparalleled joy would it be to wake up each morning and see your face, your beautiful face, first thing, before the day's demands could intrude? To have the undeniable right, the unspoken permission, to reach for your hand whenever the simple urge struck me, to intertwine my fingers with yours and simply hold on? I pictured us talking late into the night, hours melting away unnoticed, about everything and nothing at all, sharing our wildest dreams and our deepest, most vulnerable fears, all the thoughts and secrets we keep locked away from the rest of the world. The longing, in those quiet, vivid imaginings, was so incredibly intense it was almost physical, a palpable ache in my chest that made it genuinely hard to breathe, stealing the very air from my lungs. I must have picked up my phone a dozen times, my thumb hovering over your contact, wanting desperately to text you, wanting to call you, just to hear the reassuring sound of your voice. But I stopped myself every single time, with a painful, self-sacrificing restraint. You deserve your peace, your undisturbed rest, even when mine feels utterly impossible to find without you. I thought about how much I miss you, truly miss you, even when we've just spent time together, how you've become this constant, indelible presence in my thoughts, my waking hours, and even my dreams. It's as if you've taken up permanent, beautiful residence in my heart, and I don't ever want you to leave. The truth, the raw, unfiltered truth, is that I have never loved anyone, not truly, not with this depth and intensity, the way I love you. This isn't like anything I've experienced before. It's deeper, more consuming, more undeniably real than anything I ever thought possible for my heart to hold. You've become absolutely essential to who I am, woven so completely and intricately into the very fabric of my daily life, my very existence, that I genuinely cannot imagine existing without you. Loving you has changed me in the most beautiful, transformative ways imaginable. It has made me more patient, more hopeful, more willing to believe in the boundless possibility of something truly extraordinary, something beyond my wildest dreams. You make me feel like the absolute best version of myself, like all my rough edges, all my insecurities, miraculously get softer, smoother, kinder when I'm simply with you. With you, and only with you, I feel completely, unreservedly myself. I can be silly when the mood strikes, utterly serious when the moment demands it, and profoundly vulnerable when my heart feels too heavy to carry alone. You have never, not once, made me feel like I need to be anyone other than exactly who I am, flaws and all, and that kind of unconditional acceptance, that profound validation, is rarer than the purest gold. You see me, truly see me, in a way that makes me feel utterly understood, deeply valued, and profoundly cherished. What we have, this unspoken bond, feels sacred to me, like something infinitely worth protecting, worth nurturing, worth fighting for with every ounce of my strength. You've brought so much light into my world, so much unbridled joy and genuine laughter and unwavering hope, even in moments like this, when the yearning for you is so intensely poignant it genuinely aches. I am filled, to overflowing, with an overwhelming sense of gratitude, because having someone to love this deeply, someone who makes life feel this rich, this profound, this intensely meaningful, is a gift, a divine blessing, that not everyone gets to experience. I believe, with every fiber of my being, that some connections are divinely orchestrated, that certain people are woven into the tapestry of our lives exactly when we need them most, appearing as if by some celestial design. You, my love, feel like an answered prayer to me, a tangible manifestation of divine benevolence. It's as if God looked directly into the depths of my heart, saw its silent yearnings, and knew precisely what it needed to feel whole, to feel truly complete. You are not just someone I love, in the conventional sense of the word. You are someone I was intrinsically, unequivocally meant to love, someone my very soul recognizes as home, a place of belonging and eternal comfort. So, even though my heart is racing, a frantic drumbeat against my ribs, as I finally, bravely, put these deeply personal words out into the vast, unknown universe, even though I am simultaneously terrified and achingly hopeful and completely, utterly vulnerable, I needed you to know. I needed you to understand, with absolute clarity, that what I feel for you is real, it is profound, and it is enduring. Whether you feel the same way or not, whether our paths converge into a shared future or remain distinct, you have irrevocably changed my life in the most beautiful, immeasurable ways, and for that, I will always, always be grateful. You are, and will forever be, the most beautiful, compelling, and deeply cherished love story my heart has ever known.